What if I told you that the reason you are not rich has absolutely nothing to do with how hard you work, nothing to do with your education, nothing to do with your background or where you grew up? The real reason, the one nobody in school, nobody in your family, and nobody on TV will ever tell you, is something completely different. And once you understand it, everything changes. Stay until the end, because what I'm about to share will either make you angry or make you rich. Possibly both. Welcome to Broke No More, the channel that tells you everything about money that the system doesn't want you to know. If nobody has subscribed yet, do it right now, because what we cover here every single week will change how you see money, work, and wealth forever. You were taught to be an employee, not an owner. From the moment you started school, you were trained for one thing: to get a job, study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work for 40 years, retire. Nobody taught you how to own assets. Nobody taught you how to make money work for you. Nobody taught you the difference between active income, money you earn by working, and passive income, money that comes in whether you work or not. Rich people do not get rich by working harder. They get rich by owning things: businesses, properties, stocks, royalties, things that generate income while they sleep. You were never taught this because the economy needs employees. It needs people who show up, work hard, and spend their paycheck. The system was not designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you useful. You spend before you save. Here is the money habit that separates broke people from wealthy people, and it is painfully simple. Broke people earn money, then they pay bills, then they buy things, then they eat out, then they subscribe to things, then they save whatever is left, which is usually nothing. Wealthy people earn money, then they immediately save and invest a fixed percentage. Then they live on what remains. This is called paying yourself first, and it is the single most powerful money habit on the planet. If you wait to save what is left at the end of the month, there will never be anything left. The expenses will always expand to fill your income. Always. The fix is automatic. Set up an automatic transfer the same day your salary arrives, even $50, straight into savings or investment. Before you spend a single dollar on anything else, pay yourself first every single time. You trade time for money with no exit. There are only 24 hours in a day, and if your only income comes from trading those hours for money, you have already hit your ceiling. Think about it. A doctor earns $200 an hour. Impressive. But if the doctor stops working, the money stops. A lawyer charges $500 an hour. But if the lawyer takes a month off, income drops to zero. Now think about someone who owns 10 rental properties, or someone who built a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers, or someone who invested $100 a month for 20 years in index funds. Those people earn money while they sleep, while they are on holiday, while they are sick, while they are doing nothing. The goal is not to earn more per hour. The goal is to build income streams that don't require your time. That is the difference between a job and wealth. You are afraid to invest. The number one reason most people never build wealth is not lack of money. It is fear. Fear of losing money. Fear of making the wrong decision. Fear of the stock market crashing. So instead, they leave their money in a savings account, feeling safe, while inflation quietly destroys its value year after year. Here is the truth about investing that nobody tells you. Yes, the stock market goes down sometimes. Yes, there are crashes. Yes, there is risk. But over any 20-year period in history, the S&P 500 has never lost money. Never. Not once. The real risk is not investing. The real risk is leaving your money sitting still while everything around you gets more expensive. You do not need to be an expert. You do not need a lot of money. You just need to start. $50 a month in an S&P 500 index fund. That is it. The market does the rest. You have no financial education. You spent 12 to 16 years in school. You learned algebra, history, literature, and science. But nobody, not one teacher, sat you down and taught you how money actually works. Nobody taught you about compound interest. Nobody explained credit scores. Nobody showed you how to read a pay slip, file taxes, open an investment account, or build passive income. And that is not an accident. Financial education is not in the school curriculum because a financially educated population is harder to control, harder to keep in debt, harder to keep working jobs they hate for money that barely covers their bills. The good news, financial education is now everywhere. YouTube, books, podcasts, channels like this one. The information exists. The only question is whether you choose to consume it or not. So let's recap the 5 real reasons you will never be rich, unless you change them starting today. Reason 1, you were trained to be an employee, not an owner. Start building assets. Reason 2, you spend before you save. Pay yourself first automatically. Reason 3, you trade time for money with no exit. Build income that doesn't need your time. Reason 4, you are afraid to invest. Start with $50 a month in an index fund. Reason 5, you have no financial education. You are fixing that right now by watching this. I have linked the books that taught me everything about money in the description below. Grab anyone through my Amazon link and you support Broke No More at absolutely zero cost to you. If this video hit different, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe right now for weekly truth about money that nobody else is telling you. Drop a comment. Which of these 5 reasons hit you the hardest? I read every single one. You are not broke by accident, but you will not stay broke forever. This is Broke No More.